Hello everybody, welcome to my prediction pick of the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. It will consist of participants 4 from Raw and 4 for SmackDown. From Raw we have Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre, Ricochet, and Barry Corbin. And for SmackDown we got Ali, Randy Orton, the Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor, and Andrade. The men's Money in the Bank match has a little bit of everything. There are veterans like Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, powerhouses like Braun Strowman and Barry Corbin, high fives like Ali and Ricochet, and technicians like Andrade and Finn Balor. Realistically, any of these men could win the briefcase. Other than Corbin, the WWE Universe will probably be fine with any of them winning the match. Corbin winning last year makes him unlikely to repeat the same success, and the Viper doesn't need a briefcase to earn a title shot at this point in his career. It would be great if someone like Ali or Andrade won because it would be unexpected, but this feels like McIntyre's year. The Scottish psychopath have been waiting for the main event scene for months, and WWE is finally ready to pull the trigger on his push. If he wins, there's a good chance he will try to catch it in on the same night.
Whoa, Strowman dodged that one. He's struggling a bit here. Recognizing the game plan Corey devised, it's easier said than done to even catch Finn long enough to apply.
The pay-per-view after WrestleMania is always a little tricky. WWE puts so much effort into Mania that it can often feel like the final event suffers from everyone being fatigued. However, this year's Money in the Bank pay-per-view has the potential to be a lot of fun and deliver some excellent performance. Here's a look at the cards as it stands according to WWE.com. We got Roman Reigns vs Elias, Shane McMahon vs The Miz inside of a steel cage, Becky Lynch vs Lacey Evans for the Raw Women's Championship, Becky Lynch vs Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship, Seth Rollins vs AJ Styles for the Universal Championship, Kofi Kingston vs Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship. We got the men's Money in the Bank match and the women's Money in the Bank match. The event is still a couple of weeks away on May 19th, so let's go through each bout and make some early predictions. Becky Lynch matches. Instead of unifying the women's title into one championship, WWE has decided to have Becky Lynch defend them separately in 2 different matches. Newcomers Lacey Evans will have a chance to prove herself as she goes from NXT Cup to top contender, while Charlotte looks to regain the title she lost at WrestleMania. The man is still a hot commodity in WWE, so the odds of her losing either belts are slim. She will hold on to them and earn more bracket rights coming out of Money in the Bank by defeating 2 women. It's possible WWE could throw us a curveball and have her lose 1 belt so she can be exclusive to one brand. But Lynch is far more viable as a double champion right now. SummerSlam will be a better place for the last kicker to drop 1 title and become a Raw or SmackDown star full time. The Miz vs Shane McMahon. Moving The Miz to Raw did not stop his feud with Shane McMahon one bit. In fact, things have continued to build to the point where they feel like the only way to end this is inside a steel cage. Their last match at WrestleMania saw them wrestle into the crowd and ended with The Miz flexing McMahon off a scaffold. Unfortunately for the A-lister, McMahon landed on top of him and scored the pin. Instead of having the entire arena, they will be confined to the ring. Unless the plan is for this feud to keep going into the summer, The Miz is going to get his revenge and walk out of the Money in the Bank as a winner. This way, McMahon can go back to focusing on SmackDown while The Miz moves on and focuses on getting back into the top picture. Roman Reigns vs Elias. On paper, this is the most predictable match on the card. Anyone who bets against Wayne is going to end up losing their money in almost every time. But this may not be a noble situation. With Reigns being new to the blue brand, WWE might want to keep him out of the hunt for the title for a bit. Someone said losing to Elias will hurt the big dog's momentum, but we also have to remember how much it will help Elias. He hasn't had a significant single win in a long time, and this will help put him back on the right track. Outside influence from McMahon's or one of Elias' other cahoots might be what leads to Wayne's downfall. But I'm going with a bold prediction and saying Elias will get a shocking victory. Kofi Kingston vs. Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens' turn on the New Day wasn't as surprising as it was disappointing. Many fans were excited to see Kevin Owens work as a babyface, but we were all let down when he quickly went back to being a heel by turning on Kofi Kingston in the Civil Wars. Kingston and Owens haven't worked together much, so this is a completely fresh storyline. However, it is also predictable. Kingston just won the WWE title at WrestleMania in one of the most emotional victories in years, so it will be foolish for management to book him to lose it right away. The New Day veteran needs a few wins to solidify himself as a top star on SmackDown, and a win over the Prize Fight will help establish and accomplish that goal. This will be a fun match with some possible significance. Kahuri from Woods at ringside, but it's going to end with Kingston having his hand raised once again. Seth Rollins vs. AJ Styles. AJ Styles and Seth Rollins have had limited interaction since the brands became separate over 2 years ago, so WWE didn't waste any time putting them in a feud as soon as they were on the same show. Rollins and Styles are two of the most talented and entertaining workers on the roster. If anything, it feels weird for WWE to put a match this big on a B-level pay-per-view. Like Kingston's, Rollins just won the title at WrestleMania from Brock Lesnar after pursuing the Beast and the belt for months. Losing it right away will be the wrong move. The Beast said just took out the biggest threat in WWE when he beat Lesnar, so losing to anyone right away will kill his momentum immediately. The Phenomenal One will put up a good fight, but in the end, Rollins will leave Money in the Bank with his title reign intact. Women's Money in the Bank. And where's my pair of Sasha Banks winning this year's Women's Money in the Bank, and Sasha Banks was so stubborn and not work with WWE in a correct way. However, this year's will be the third time WWE holds a Women's Money in the Bank match, so the concept is still somewhat new to the division. Carmella won 2007. Also, the participants of the Women's Money in the Bank match will include 4th from Raw and 4th from SmackDown, which I can say it was Sasha Banks, but it was replaced by Dana Brooke. We got Naomi, Alexa Bliss, and Natalya. From the SmackDown side, we got Bayley, Emma, Mandy Rose, and Carmella. Carmella won 2017's briefcase and successfully cashed it in to become SmackDown Women's Champion. She will look to repeat that success this year when she steps into the ring with Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Natalya, Ember Moon, Mandy Rose, and Dana Brooke. This is the hardest match to predict on the entire card. Several of these suitors deserve a significant push, but only one will claim the briefcase. The Hugger seems like the best choice right now. She is still adjusting to SmackDown and being away from Sasha Banks, but her recent appearance indicates she is ready to get back into the hunt for the title. This is exactly what Bayley needs to get back into the main event scene after spending the last year helping to establish the women's tag team division. So that's the match we have so far at Money in the Bank. And soon, I think WWE could add Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship at Money in the Bank. We could also see the Usos versus the Revival. Hell's on. And also, the World Tag Team title could be up for grabs when Kahawk and Sakwab defend their titles against the Viking Raiders, known as Alvar and Eric, formerly known as Henson and Warren. So that's my prediction for Money in the Bank match. Let me run down who I predicted to win the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. I got Elias defeating Roman Reigns, The Miz defeating Sami Zayn and Silver Steel Cage, and Becky Lynch possibly retaining both belts, unless there's a cash-in on the same night when I predict that Bayley could win the Women's Money in the Bank match and cash in on the SmackDown Women's Championship after a one-down Becky Lynch. Seth Rollins retaining the Universal Championship. Corey Kingston retain his WWE Championship. Drew McIntyre winning the Men's Money in the Bank match, and Bayley winning the Women's Money in the Bank match. Well, that's my video for my prediction. I hope you enjoy watching a sneak peek on the Men's Money in the Bank match in coming 2 weeks. Please hit a like and comment in my YouTube video. Please subscribe if you get the chance. This is me, Israel Carmichael, talking about my prediction on the Money in the Bank match. Until I continue making more videos, I will see you later and have a nice day.
Or get a shovel and call it a day. Not an ideal position. Oh, and the ladder finds the mark. Going to be tough to bounce back from that one. Oh, and the ladder finds the mark. Going to be tough to bounce back from that one. Vintage Randy Orton. This one's over, guys. Oh, and the ladder finds the mark. Going to be tough to bounce back from that one. There he goes, crashing to the floor. Not so fast. Oh! Incredible Ricochet connecting with a match-ending move. Just when you thought he had nothing left. Let's take another look at these guys in action. Look at him go. Man, this was great. He's getting it done here. And here's the last piece of the puzzle.
Here is your winner, Drew McIntyre.
Now that's eking out a win. Wow. We just saw a Monster Slayer strike right before our very eyes. The action we see each and every year at Money in the Bank simply never ceases to amaze me.